Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, joined by host Jeff.
Hiya, host. You remembered.
I did.
You remembered.
I did. It's the season of giving.
It is the end of the year. Well, is this episode comes out after
On Christmas. No, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry flapping Christmas.
Merry flapping Christmas, indeed.
We've gone PG for Christmas.
Have we gone PG?
No, fuck no. God, no.
Fuck no.
Awful that would be.
That would be terrible. That would be it would be almost as terrible as this year's theme.
Movie?
But
no, I'm just kidding.
But Jeff, tell them what the theme is this year for the last time.
Yeah. All right.
And tell them what we watched this week.
I fucked up. All right. And I admit that here at the end of the year. But I felt like we could use a change just to mix it up. We've been doing the same thing for, 3 years. So anyway, the theme this year was 1 degree of separation. And I am not going to run them all down. But at the beginning of the year, we started with, or actually last year, a movie 1 year ago. We finished the year off with A Simple Favor. And then we connected through 52 other movies to get here by 1 degree of separation to The Rock, starring Sean. The Rock. Welcome to The Rock. Suck it, Trebek. So that's it. We've made it. I didn't think
we have made it.
I didn't think The Rock would be the movie we ended up with, but it's the movie we got. And
it's not the hero we deserve, but it's the hero we need.
Yes, it's exactly. And I will say, The Rock holds up.
Yeah,
to me,
you think so?
It holds up. I think it. I mean, there are things about it, like Nicolas Cage's performance is wild, as you would expect.
It is, yeah.
It's more wild than I remember. Like, I would have thought, like, if you had asked me, because this was 96 this came out, and it's probably been, I probably saw it in 98, maybe not even. I mean, 96, I would have been into big action movies at that time, too. So I don't think I have seen this since my first time watching it. And if you had asked me, I would have thought it was a more subdued Nick Cage performance. I would have told you it was Michael Bay's probably his best film. And one of those two things is still true. I still think it's Michael Bay's best movie, for me at least. And Nick Cage is on one in this. And I'm here for it because it's great to have him play alongside Sean Connery. And Sean Connery is just being Sean Connery, right? And they just bounce off of each other so well. And it makes me wonder, like, other Michael Bay films that I don't like, he doesn't seem to have these, like, big personalities, right? Like, we watched 13 Hours, and none of those characters were, like, big personalities like this. I mean, and Ed Harris, right? Ed Harris is doing an Ed Harris impression. That's something that I watched Ed Harris movie on chronologically recently. It's something Eric said. Ed Harris is doing his best Ed Harris, and I think he's doing that here too. And man, I had a lot. I was not looking forward to watching this one, and I had a lot of fun. I was like, damn, this is still really enjoyable. And I was surprised by how many people are in it. Like Michael Biehn is in this, and then there's like all these other little guys, that I've seen. Like William Forsythe, I've seen in 1,000 movies.
Michael Biehn dies, right? He died.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Who?
No? Michael Biehn.
Michael Biehn.
Oh,
died,
I'm thinking of Sean.
He died in that shootout in the gulag down in the stalls or whatever. And then Tony Todd, who is Candyman, he's in this.
Yeah.
I would just say this: you're lucky this is the last 1 degree of separation, because I could have done Candyman. There's a guy named Bokeem Woodbine who's in a movie that I love. He plays a character named Crunch in a movie, The Big Hit, with Mark Wahlberg. It's a really funny movie I love, and you don't like funny, so that's okay. What's the other thing? And there's another guy really just at the very beginning of the movie when Nicolas Cage is in that glass thing and they're trying to defuse the bomb. One of the guys there was in UHF starring Weird Al Yankovic. And so I had all sort of options to ruin your week, and you lucked out because none of those movies take place on next week's theme or next month's theme.
That's I appreciate the calendar ending. And this theme ending because there's a lot of but like so much to choose from in this movie, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that Nick Cage and Sean Connery's chemistry is really good, and Sean Connery's got a lot of one-liners in this movie. And he's and you've seen him in stuff past where he plays kind of the buddy cop type role, and the last time I can think that he played that type of not character but that role in a film was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where him and Harrison Ford have a fantastic chemistry, right? And so there's a lot to the feeling's a lot of the same for me here because
Did I make you watch
like you're
the
right.
Untouchables? Did we watch that for this? I don't think we have.
No, you watched it for your other podcast. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That's an all-time favorite. Yeah. I hate that Sean Connery dies halfway through, but
What
fuck that.
are you prepared to do?
But no, it's just, so The Rock has always been kind of one of my favorite action films, especially from the 90s, is because it has that 90s style to it, but it feels kind of a 2000s-esque movie where, Michael Bay, he's on kind of this hot streak of films that he's directed.
I don't know that he's on the hot streak yet. I think this is the beginning of the hot streak.
Is it? I thought Bad Boys was before that.
Was it Bad Boys before? Let me see. Because I
think so.
I've always felt like The Rock was the movie that got him going.
I don't.
Oh no, Bad Boys was 95. Yeah, you're right. So he had directed a bunch of music videos. He had directed a Got Milk commercial. Good for him, I guess. And then he did Bad Boys in 95, which was a hit. And then he did The Rock, which was a hit. And then he did Armageddon, which was a hit. And then he did Pearl Harbor, which was not a hit.
Which it was. Pearl Harbor, I think, was a hit. It just wasn't a good movie. But I think it was a hit.
I have zero desire to watch Pearl Harbor. Holy shit!
All right, I don't. Have you ever seen it?
No, it was a huge hit. Well, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hit. I wouldn't call it. I mean, it grossed $500 million worldwide on a budget of 140
in
million.
2001. That's huge.
It's a hit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so.
Like it was the first time people really started to be like, I don't know that this guy's good. Like.
But then he came back with Bad Boys 2, and that was a huge hit, and that was a good movie. And then he did The Island, which was weird and
I liked
whatever.
that movie. I saw it in theaters, and then I'd watched it. And one of my favorite things about The Island is the things that I kind of hate about it. Like I love how over the top the product placement is in The Island.
Yeah. It's
amazing.
a weird movie. It's a big budget weird movie. With a kind of preposterous plot, and where that it takes place in post-apocalyptic, it's just weird, and I think that was kind of and actually I've only seen it once, and that was when it came out.
Yeah.
So I don't remember a ton about it, but I remember people being like, I don't know if I like that. But then he did Transformers,
right?
And everybody loved Transformers, right? The first one.
And then the second one came out, and everybody was like, maybe this guy isn't
And then he
good.
started his, and then the kind of his slide down the mountain there. But
there's so I'm looking at what he's got coming up, and he has a movie called Untitled Skibbity Toilet Movie.
Oh yeah.
What is that? What's a skibbity toilet?
I mean, look it up.
Yeah.
It's a meme. But I will tell you that I was Christmas shopping the other day.
Oh, that's
and
I had heard about Skibbity Toilet. Why are they
Just watch
making a movie
I don't know.
out
Who
of
knows,
Skibbity
man?
Toilet?
I hope it's a horror film.
Ooh,
but
I don't think he could do horror. Like, but although, like, if he does a horror movie where everything explodes, I'm kind of on board to see a Michael Bay horror movie. I want to see Michael Bay direct some shit that he's uncomfortable with, and like him
big budget horror would be right up his alley.
I would like to see him do like a rom-com, but with so much budget, he blows it all on explosives, and then he tries to shoehorn a rom-com into it.
It would probably be his best movie he's ever made, honestly.
Probably not. But I still kind of want to see the train wreck. I mean, The Rock to me. Do you think The Rock is the best movie he's made? I know you're a Transformers fan, so I get that, but
I don't think it's the best movie he's ever made, but I think it's some of the best chemistry from character. I know I take that back because he's got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's a hard call because maybe technically and critically it's probably his best, but I do think that it's a bit long. And wait, let's talk about this movie. I don't think it's his best movie, but it's one of my favorite Michael Bay films.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm a big Nick Cage fan and I'm a big Sean Connery fan.
Gotcha.
And so, you put, Sean Connery as kind of an action star. Like, I mean, we're talking, well, he's got to be in his early 70s here, right? Late 60s, early 70s in this movie. Or in real life, he's got to be that age. And he's super capable. I think Nick Cage carries a lot, just from his presence and his mannerisms and his facial expressions and like just the delivery of lines. I didn't like his character arc, I guess.
What did he say to him? Just one other thing, asshole, or like, some of the delivery is just really tough.
Right. But it's like it's like you said, it's kind of classic Nick Cage, and I do think that I thought the movie did a really good job of establishing Nick Cage, the character Nick Archer, or whatever, not Archer, Face Off. What's his name in this movie?
Ed Harris?
No. Stanley Goodspeed.
Oh, yeah.
Goodspeed.
Which is, hell of a name.
Godspeed.
I get him confused with Stanley Ipkiss from The Mask.
But, no, I thought the movie does a really good job of establishing that Nicolas Cage's character is kind of a badass. He's a scientist, but he's kind of that, like, kind of fly by the seat of his pants, but he knows what he's doing. So you kind of get this sense that he can kind of take risk every now and then, and things will work out. And I thought the movie did a really good job of establishing that from the first scene that he's kind of in the test chamber where they're defusing the bomb, and everybody else is panicking, but he's not, and he defuses it at the last second, and he kind of cracks this joke at the end. But then, like, throughout the rest of the movie, I kind of thought he was kind of like this beta character to Sean Connery's alpha. And I didn't really like that, is because the movie did a really good job of establishing that he can be an alpha type character, because he knows what he's doing. And he's having sex with his fiance or girlfriend, whoever it is, and he's kind of this kind of macho guy, just aloof, and then we just kind of move away from that because Sean Connery enters the movie, and I didn't like that dynamic, but I still liked Nick Cage's character and Sean Connery's character, and I liked their interactions together, and so it's just weird.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was weird that they didn't kind of know where they wanted to go with Nick Cage. Like, did they want action star Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Or did they want whiny, like, the whole thing, you're going in and he's puking his guts out? No, I don't want to go in.
Yeah, which didn't make any sense to me, is because he's about to die in this first scene of the movie, and he doesn't really, like, he's not sweating it. And then all of a sudden, like he put a gun in his hand, and all of a sudden he's shaking his boots. Like I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's kind of my like nitpick to this film is that like kind of midway through Nick Cage becomes this whiny type character, and even though he's still got some good delivery of lines and he's still got that kind of wild Nick Cage face and stuff, I just didn't like I guess maybe the writing of the character.
Yeah, I agree. The writing is kind of weird. Some of it is saved by the performances, like a lot of it. Like I think Ed Harris is doing a pretty good job, but he does get overshadowed by the extreme personas, and I think that's fine. Like it's okay that he has to take a back seat because I think it would be too much if he was insane as well. But I also kind of think that'd be a good movie. Like, if you switched it out and you put like Jack Nicholson or Michael Keaton or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Would it get
that would. Let's get nuts. I liked the presentation of the chemical warfare here. I thought it was really good early on. You establish, hey, this shit is not to be played with. And the movie shows you that. I did think the beginning of the movie was kind of long and drawn out. That sequence where they're stealing the chemical. And I thought it was
like, I didn't need that. I do think
right.
The other thing that it does that kind of creates a problem later in the movie for me is it establish how fragile these pearls are. These, like, if you've not watched the film, they're these radioactive things, and if they break, you're gonna melt and die.
Right.
And it's horrible, and there ain't shit you can do about it. And then like later in the movie, he gets in a full-on fist fight with one guy while he's got one in his pocket.
Yeah.
And in the other part of the movie, it just kind of dropped, hit the floor, and then turned to mush, and people started dying.
I did think there was a really good kill in this movie where I forget who it was shoved one in somebody's mouth and
yeah,
and I was like, ooh, what a terrible way to die. But like I did like the presentation of the chemical here, and I like the setting of Alcatraz. I don't know how much of this was actually shot in and around Alcatraz, but I mean, obviously the distance shots were, but I like that. I like that setting is because I don't know if you could tell like a young person today, hey, this movie's filmed at Alcatraz, and they'd be like, is that a country?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it is still around. I mean,
no, sure, but like I remember like Alcatraz was a big deal when I was growing up. And it was this place that it was a prison on an island and like shark infested waters, and like people broke out but they couldn't survive the current and all this. It was like there was a mystique to Alcatraz, and I haven't seen a ton of movies set in and around Alcatraz, just to be honest, but knowing the history of Alcatraz really helps with like the mystique of this movie and the setting, and I just thought it's a unique place to set a film, and I thought the decision to take hostages of tour groups that were touring this landmark, and it's on an island, and so it's pretty, I guess maybe practical, in the sense of like, hey, if you're gonna threaten to commit, this huge act of terrorism treason against the U.S., what better place to do it from a impenetrable place on an island that, the U.S. would have to literally bomb to stop. But I mean, like, so that's the other big thing about this movie is that where it takes place, and just kind of the location. It's a cool place to tell a story.
Yeah, it gives us the name of the movie. I think, and I also think that there are some tense moments, like thrilling tension with the like, is this guy really gonna blow up a stadium?
Right.
And the rockets heading there, and that's pretty cool. I think a lot of the gun shootouts are good. So I think that this is definitely a Michael Bay movie, but I do also feel like it's sort of a lot more controlled than some of his other stuff, where it's like just madness.
Well, I mean, you talk about the late '90s, mid to late '90s. He had to be very practical with the effects in this movie.
Yeah, he didn't get the same budget. That's what I'm saying. I want him to have a budget on a rom-com and shit. Just
who would you want to star in said rom-com?
Someone that doesn't make any fucking sense in a rom-com. So I'm gonna go with let me think here. What's I can't think of the guy's name. The guy that played Rorschach in The Watchmen. He's got a nightmarish face. He looks creepy.
Yeah.
They like to cast him as like a pedophile and things. So he'd be
Jackie Earl Haley.
There you go. He'd be the lead, and then the female. I think we'd have to go with like Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
And uncancel her so she can come and do this movie. And I think that we'd go with that and give them a huge budget, and let's just see what happens.
I like the madness of what how you're thinking about this. I don't know if you would get anybody to watch it.
No one would watch it. It's not about getting people to watch it. It's about making something that everyone would be like, how the fuck does this exist?
How in the fuck? But I believe Michael Bay could do it. I believe he could pull it off.
You think he could pull that off? That he could take a Jackie Earl Haley movie with Roseanne Barr and make their romance work while also having explosives?
I mean, I think so.
You have a lot of faith in this man.
I'm not a closeted Michael Bay fan. I'm out in the open with it, but I'm an optimistic Michael Bay fan.
Okay.
I'll usually watch a Michael Bay film once. A lot of people like to poo-poo on the Michael Bay, and I'm not one of them. I give him the benefit of the doubt. He's made enough bangers for me to extend that bit of faith to him, and so I think he could pull off a Roseanne Barr, Jackie Earl Haley, big budget, explosion filled rom-com. Dude,
I need this movie. Oh no!
One of my favorite scenes from The Rock. It's not a scene. I mean, it's a sequence. It's the action sequence where the SEAL team is coming up through the sewer. And, they already know that, what's his face? Ed Harris's crew has the elevated position, and it's a really tense action sequence where everybody dies, and but it was like it was all the faces, everybody you recognized that like there's that guy, there's that guy, they all died. And was it John Leguizamo? Is that who was in there?
What movie are you talking about?
The Rock.
John Leguizamo's not in this.
Yes, he is. Who's that? Who's the one guy?
Michael Biehn?
No, is it Michael Biehn?
The leader of the...
No, Michael... Yeah, no, but I'm talking about there's another guy.
It was not John Leguizamo. I would have known if it was John Leguizamo.
What is his name?
Ed Harris?
Who was it?
Who are you...
No. He was one of the last ones that died. Was it Michael Biehn?
No, the one that was down in the sewer with him, and then he got kind of...
Yes.
I don't know who that
was.
And
then he got killed, and then he dropped hanging upside down.
Yeah, that... I know the character you're talking about, but that was not John Leguizamo.
You know, Jim Caviezel was in this movie.
What? Jesus himself? Yeah. Where was he?
He was the rear F-18 pilot. The jet that was
near
flying
the end when they're launching the rockets.
Yeah.
Like they I guess he must have been. I mean, wasn't what was the County Monte Cristo out by then? I mean,
I don't know.
That's a good ass movie.
There's
a lot. Oh no, that was 2002. So this is before he's just taking any job he can, I guess.
It might have been Raymond Cruz, the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah. He's uncredited, but I don't know why he'd be uncredited if he had, a couple talking scenes. But, anyways, I really like that sequence because I remember watching that as like a young individual and being like, man, that's sad as shit. They knew they were gonna die and they died anyway. And it's like, this movie's very macho. Right, most early Michael Bay films are, they're very macho, and I guess all Michael Bay films are macho. But this one's especially macho, and that was just some of the macho-ness that I remember early on in this movie when I first saw it. It was like, damn, that scene sucked, but it's so good.
That is kind of this movie, like this. This movie is not far away from sucking. Like I think if you had different people, like if it wasn't Nick Cage and if it wasn't Sean Connery, like it was just like, I like Ewan McGregor and help me out, Scarlett Johansson, who were in The Island. Yeah. And I like them as actors. Put them in anything. Usually I'm like, oh, okay, great. But they don't have the absurd nature, right? They take their job very seriously. And I'm not saying that Sean Connery and Nick Cage don't. But a lot of times they are bombastic. And I think that's the problem with a lot of Michael Bay films because they don't get enough of those bombastic characters to carry it. And his movies are huge and explosive, like bombastic. And I just really think, I think he should make a point of getting these psychopaths to be in his movie.
Well, if he had directed the movie Seven Psychopaths,
which we may or may not be hearing about here shortly.
I love your foreshadowing.
I was circumcised. I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn. It's not a episode of the movie Draft House without a mention of your penis.
Yeah, it is actually. A lot of times we go whole episodes. As a matter of fact, this might be the first time we've brought it. That can't be true. That can't be true.
It's not true. It's not even true of this year.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. You keep track of my penis, and I'll do the rest.
Anyways, I mean, this movie's kind of formulaic, at the, where Ed Harris's character, gets steamrolled, as he, he never intended to use these weapons, and his crew that he gets to pull all this off, they're like, nope,
we want the money. The Candyman wanted the money.
Well, the Candyman and what's his face?
There's this psychotic dude who's like, he was ready to kill people. That guy, like,
David Morse.
Yeah,
David Morse.
Like, Candyman wanted the money, right? It like, if people get killed for him to get the money, fine. But the other guy, I felt like he just wanted to kill people, and the money would be like, hey, a bonus. But he was wanting to shoot that rocket and fuck up people.
It's formulaic, and then we get the because I think the movie wanted you to feel something for Ed Harris's character, even though I never did. Like, I don't think his character was had enough depth.
No, not
really.
at all.
But I think Michael Bay and the writers of this film wanted you to care about Ed Harris's character and why he was doing it. He was doing this because he felt that him and his other compatriots had been wronged by the government and this and that. This movie has things to say, even though I don't really feel like the execution of the statement was good. But I didn't feel it when Ed Harris' character dies. I never felt anything, right? I was just like, oh, that's the big bad. Now we got another big bad. But I feel like killing Ed Harris's character gets the movie into a position where you don't care if any of the other bad guys die, right? They're just essentially fodder for our two main characters, and they provide some, resistance to the end game. And I think that's, the movie kind of loses a little momentum when Ed Harris's character dies. And I never really felt any, I never really felt like the end result was going to be anything different. And so when the movie ends and, there's this whole subplot of like Sean Connery's character being wronged by the government.
Yeah.
I was like, who gives a fuck?
Well,
make him this badass where he killed a bunch of people, and he's the world's greatest assassin, and that's why you're bringing him out of here. But
I
didn't care that he had this microfilm of who gives a fuck.
Yes, you need microfilm to make a good movie. That was dumb. I agree, but especially at the end. Hey, you want to know who killed JFK? It was microfilm. But I did like the guy that played Director Womack. He was so douchey. I wanted him to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I thought he was great. Like
he plays douchey in a lot of things he does, I think.
Yeah, I was ready for him to bite it.
But I mean, like, I will tell you that I think I probably would have enjoyed this movie a little bit more if Sean Connery's character had died.
I got a movie for you then. It's called Untouchables.
But I feel like he was such a badass, and he had talked to his daughter and gotten all the things out of his, that he wanted to tell her and this and that. And, I feel like that would have been his way of like, okay, yeah, I've saved the day, and now I can kind of ride off into the sunset figuratively because I'm dead. But no, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I get why they kept him alive. He's the biggest name in this movie. So, I just feel like, if Michael Bay was interested in getting the emotion from the audience, he could have killed one of these two characters.
Michael Bay knows how to do that, though.
No, that's true. He probably doesn't. It's probably written to somebody's contract, but
yeah. Whoa! I felt something watching this. Back to the lab with
you. Give me the rough cut. Give me the Michael Bay cut. No, all right. I mean, what else? What else is there to say? I mean,
it's The Rock. It's like you said when you drafted it. It's a popcorn movie, so there's really not anything to glean out of it other than you put on a movie and you had a good time. And
right,
if you have to watch a Michael Bay film, this is the one I would think you might want to watch. Maybe you do Bad Boys, but I don't think you can go wrong with this either.
Yeah.
So I'm going to recommend it, which is a bit of a surprise for me. I did not. I really thought I was going to roll my eyes at this more than I did.
Yeah, I will also recommend this. It's a ton of fun. It's a Michael Bay film where he kind of gets a lot of things. He gets more things right than he does wrong, and it just feels cool. You got cool characters. You got cool actors. I mean, things are exploding. It's a cool set and plot and all this blah blah blah. It's a good movie. You can throw it on. It's a little bit long for my liking. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, but I feel like we get a lot in that 2 hours and 15 minutes that make it worthwhile.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I will recommend it as well.
I don't think.
No, I don't either. So yeah. Jeff, what we got some business to take care of.
Oh, thank fuck we made it. Oh God. This has been the longest year of this show. I think we have to. The beauty of the old monthly themes is variance, right? You get a fresh take on and I don't know what it was that it just I just had enough by the end of trying to find movies with the limitations we put on ourselves. But I think we found some good ones, and I think we found some bad ones, and I think it's time we tell each other what are the top 5 best and top 5 worst films that you and I have watched for the pod this year.
Oh. We're gonna start with our tops or our bottoms.
I think we go bottoms.
All right.
Both you and I seem like a couple of bottoms.
I knew you were a bottom.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yep.
All right. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first, and we'll count down from best to worst. So these are the 5 worst films we watched this year, in my opinion. So at number 5, the 5th worst movie, again, in my opinion, please don't take offense to this, was Puss in Boots. I really had no fucking... This movie had nothing for me at all whatsoever. The characters weren't great. It wasn't funny. The animation has aged a bit. It's not bad. But I really have zero desire to ever go back and watch this fucking movie, Puss in Boots. And I don't know why you picked it, but, thanks, I guess.
How dare you?
I figured you weren't going to be too upset about Puss in Boots.
Puss's name. No, that's fine. We didn't watch a ton of bad films this year, so something had to have the number 5.
It's not going to take.
But yes,
it's not going to take too long before I get to movies that I genuinely hate.
My number 5 worst film this year is going to be Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, okay.
I just did not like that movie.
Neither did I.
I did not like Tom Cruise's performance. I didn't like I just didn't like. I didn't like Brad Pitt's performance.
Kristen Dunst was the only thing good about that movie.
She was,
didn't like
but
Antonio Banderas. He's back-to-back movies here of Antonio Banderas just not getting it done.
Yeah. No, it's this film is rather beloved by a lot of people, but I didn't like it, and
she saw me watching it, and she's like, "Oh, I love that movie." And my wife doesn't love a lot of movies, and I was like, "Oh," and I was already halfway through hating watching it, and okay.
Hate watch. All right, what's your number 4?
Number 4 is 7 Psychopaths. You mentioned it before, but
interesting.
I think this was just so bloated to me, and the memory of it is not positive. It might not be as bad as I remember, but I don't like it. Like, if I think about it, I can't really remember much about it other than like when what's his name gets killed. Come on, what's his name? The old guy.
Christopher Walken.
Thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on his name, but I remember him getting killed, and just this not being a very good movie, and kind of overly. The story might have been overly churned a bit. There was maybe one too many twists for me, and I just couldn't do it. How about you?
I mean, it didn't make my bottom 5, but I agree with you. It was not. It was one of the
Vampire, frankly.
Yeah.
It didn't make my bottom 5 or top 5, frankly.
All right. My number 4 film is Spanking the Monkey.
Ooh, I had a feeling we'd hear from this one again.
I hated this. I hated this.
Okay.
I hated it.
Right.
I did not understand the method of the storytelling here and why we were telling this story and why this movie got made. But yeah, I did not enjoy it at all. I'm watching it with my wife, and she's like, "Why did Jeff pick this one?" I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know at all. But yeah, that's my number 4.
I heard about it on a podcast or whatever. I was like, and then the chance came up, and the movie was on my mind. And then if you go back and listen, I kind of gave you the choice. I was like, "There's one that's kind of fucked, Mark," and he's like, "You said pick the fucked one," and I said, "Okay."
Oh yeah, I'm always down for the fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But
also
that,
didn't make my bottom 5. Not a great film, but an entertaining one nonetheless. But this one's going to surprise you. This is the big surprise. I even thought about putting it at number 1 for the memes, but it is not the worst movie we watched this year. But I'm going to go with Silence of the Hams, one of my own favorite films. I cannot deny that it is bad. It's real bad. But it was real bad for me at a period of my life where I wanted it and I loved it. And I still have a lot of nostalgia for it. But I think if anyone puts on Silence of the Hams, they're not going to have a good time. And I understand that.
It's not my number 3, but we're gonna hear from it later.
Yeah. I figured it would be on the list, but I wanted to beat you to it.
The my number 3 film for worst of the year is going to be Dragnet.
Okay, now I'm a little offended. I apologize.
I apologize.
Wait. What came before? Interview with the Vampire and
Spanking the Monkey.
Oh, man, I can't get behind this, man. Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd. That movie's funny. I
didn't enjoy it. It's I didn't enjoy the we just reviewed a movie where the chemistry between the two the two leads is really good, and I felt like the chemistry between Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks was kind of and I just didn't like it's got the slapsticky parody feel to it, and I don't know, it's number 3 for me.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess I should have expected it, but I didn't. I honestly thought you'd probably have forgotten about that movie by now. But one movie that you are not going to be surprised to see on this list. Honestly, my 1 and 2, depending on the day of the week, could be swapped. But the fact is, I think the reason I'm putting this as second is because you already know it's going to be on here, and I wanted you to at least have a little surprise at number 1. Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
From Dusk Till Dawn 2?
Oh, that didn't even make my bottoms. No, 13 Hours. The bullshit Benghazi. I hated this crap. Oh my God. And it kept going, and it was long, and it was bad, Mike. Coming off of watching The Rock and then watching that shit, you can see the difference in quality of Michael Bay as he's gotten later in his career, as he's sort of I guess the studios are kind of not pushing him around as much, he's earned some cachet, and then he's shitting out things like 13 Hours, which is offensively to me based on a true story of people who survived a horrible, situation over in Benghazi. It would have been great to see this done in the capable hands of a Christopher Nolan or a Steven Spielberg, but they shat it out and gave it to Big Dumpus to just ruin. Oh, it's bad. There's nothing good about 13 Hours.
Oh, man. That is a bit of a shocker to me.
Is it? As much as I shit on, I said
it's. I don't feel like it's a bottom 5 film though.
I said this is going to be really near the bottom come the end of the year. And like you said, we haven't watched too many bad movies, but
yeah,
there it is.
I don't agree.
Let's see what other classic comedy now that you want to call a shitstorm.
Oh, no, my number 2 worst film of the year is From Dusk Till Dawn 2.
That makes sense. That tracks.
It's I just holy one. It's the presentation of the film is terrible. very little of what made the first one fun.
None of what made the first one fun.
Right. It's just,
I don't hate that movie as much as you do because obviously it's not on my bottom list, but yeah, it was not good. But there's something appealing to me about watching these sequels that no one ever really got around to. That's like a secret, and that's like all the Corn movies I've seen on my other podcast, and Lawnmower Man 2 is like this weird movie that only a handful of people have actually made a point of watching. And I may or may not try to do Dusk Till Dawn 3 because there is another one out there. At some point, I might try to figure out how to squeeze it in. Maybe it takes place on a choo-choo train. I don't know. But we'll get to that. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I did not enjoy this one at all. It's not well made. It's not the CG, like, it's all time bad. There's like very little really practical effects in this one, which is a miss. I did not like it at all.
Like, I get this. Like, I don't understand Dragnet, but I get it. This I get. I get why this is where it is. So number one for me is a movie I will never, ever put on or recommend. You got any guesses what's left that I could be hating on here? So
no, honestly.
It's Public Enemies.
Okay.
That Doug Dillinger movie, or Ted, whatever his name is. It was so dull and so boring. Like, I would happily watch From Dusk Till Dawn 2 again. And if it meant I did not have to watch Public Enemies or 13 Hours, frankly. They're both equally trash, but someone's got to be number one, and it's Public Enemies. And just because when I looked through the still images, it's the one that induced the most anxiety in me, thinking I might have to watch it again.
Yeah, it's not good, but it didn't make my bottom 5. But it's definitely a bottom 10, for sure.
Yeah. But what is Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. It better not be Black Dynamite, or I'm driving over to your house right now and gonna choke you out. So I'm just gonna pretend it's not Black Dynamite. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I don't have to guess.
It's Silence of the Hams.
Yeah, I knew it when I picked it.
Black Dynamite was on the short list for bottom 5.
You'd cost some flack for that shit. Black Dynamite's amazing.
But there's just Silence of the Hams. It's like what were we like? What studio looked at that? I don't think it was a script.
I think that Enzio, or whoever, the guy that made it, he just made this and he's got a bunch of Italian, he's made a bunch of Italian slapstick parody movies, none of which are good. And I think that, he put this English one out here, and I think he might have self-financed or something, because it looks like it probably could have been made. I mean, although they got Billy Zane in it, but yeah, I don't blame you at all. Continue. I'd say the biggest disappointment was you were so respectful of me in that episode, because you knew I liked the movie, that I really, really, I wanted you to go off. I wanted you to just be like, tell me to fuck off, and this is the worst thing ever. And
well, I think it being the worst film of mine of the year is the giant middle finger to you.
Okay, good. It's because that's really what I wanted the whole time. So let me ask you, with something we kind of ask every year.
Yeah.
The 2 worst movies we've ever watched for this pod are The Clouds of Sils Maria and The Fountain. And does your bottom film, is it worse than those 2? I will let you know that the Silence of the Hams is just 90 minutes long.
Clouds of Sils Maria. What's the other one?
The Fountain, which is
Fountain.
our worst movie we've both agreed is the worst movie.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I would watch The Silence of the Hams.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Before those other
not
two.
Not even an hour and a half. It's hour 21.
Yeah. God, those movies were terrible.
Yeah. They are offensively boring. Whereas
I think what the biggest redemption arc in our history of the podcast is us naming The Fountain the worst film we've ever seen, and you wishing death upon Darren Aronofsky.
Never have wished death on him. Don't put those words in my mouth. I just hated his movies.
And then you saw The Whale.
The Whale is incredible. The Whale is incredible. I don't know. Like, he's got it in him somehow. The Whale is the best thing he's ever made. I haven't seen everything. Like, I haven't seen Mother or Black Swan because I have no desire to. But I have seen Requiem and The Fountain, and I think there was some other shit I saw of his. But
Life of Pi.
No, that wasn't him, was it? You mean Pi?
I think
he didn't do Life of Pi.
He didn't do Life of Pi.
I haven't seen that because I hate Aronofsky movies. But The Whale. If we had watched it for the pod, as opposed to me doing it on my own and then us just talking about it, it probably would have been a number one movie that whatever year it was, because it affected me and made me feel things.
Yeah. Good. I'm down for a redemption arc when it comes to people, actors and actresses and directors that we claim that we despise, but then they make something and we watch it and we're like, ooh, that was fucking good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Darren Aronofsky, the other day I watched his newest film, Caught Stealing. It's on Netflix now. And it stars Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz.
When I saw the trailer, I'm like, this does not look like
it. It is a Tarantino, Guy Ritchie style film, but Austin Butler is really good in it. And it's a regular ass movie. It is not like your typical Darren Aronofsky film. It is a regular ass movie, and I think that's why I enjoyed it. It's because it plays like it's got a lot of dialogue, a lot of quick witty dialogue, but it feels like a copycat of a Tarantino Guy Ritchie film, and I think that's for the best. Like, that helps it, and. So anyways, if you're looking for a film to watch, over the holidays, next week, New Year's, Caught Stealing. It's pretty good. Anyways, Jeff.
Yes.
I'm going to go first so you can tell us your number one film at the end.
Oh, right. We still got to do tops. I'm over here ready to pick my... You said you're going to go first so I can tell everyone the number one film of the year.
Yes.
So do you think we have the same number one film?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
I don't even think we have the same top five.
I think we're going to have some crossover.
Maybe. But I think our fives are going to be really different.
Our number fives probably are.
Because we watched so many good movies this year, I just think that there's just too much to choose from, and so the crossover may be very minimal.
Gotcha.
But anyways, my number 5 film is The Substance.
That's lower than I thought it'd be. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Like it's body horror, but it's got a lot of shit to say. The performances are incredible. The way it's shot, the practical effects, man, it is awesome. It's very deserving of the Academy Award buzz that it got, nominations and wins that it got last year. And so, that's my number 5.
We'll hear from that here again in a moment, but not quite yet.
Right.
My number 5 is I Origins.
Okay.
It surprised me. Like, I was ready to absolutely murder this movie because it looked like the pretentious horseshit I hate. And it ended up being really intriguing and interesting. And near the end of the movie, I was feeling emotions, and I just was surprised at what this ended up being. and the story it told. So I think that the surprise of it really helped, and why I have such positive feelings about it. Because I really thought we were in for a shit show, and then when we weren't, I was very, very happy.
Yeah. Well, I'll just take it right in my number 4. I Origins is my number 4.
Good. Yes.
And so, this one caught me off guard as well, and just the story, the performances, what it has to say, the romantic side of it, and the kind of the unexpected ways that it made me emotional. I didn't love the ending, but I think the rest of the movie more than makes up for the last kind of 10 minutes. And so I've been buzzing about this movie. Anybody that's willing to listen, I'll tell them to check out I Origins, is because it's one of those under the radar films that not a lot of people know exist, but it's really good. And so yeah, that's my number 4.
I don't remember how we got to that one, but you found it somehow, and
yeah,
good job.
I don't either.
Good job on that one. Speaking of good job, my number 4 movie is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Fantastically acted across the board. I think one of the things is you and I both are big fans of what's his name? Sam Rockwell. Love Sam Rockwell, and I think this is a great Sam Rockwell movie. Frances McDermott, excellent. Woody, just a great story that didn't go where I thought it was going to go. It's kind of the small town tale. That people do bad things sometimes, and yet the motivations in the movie make sense. And I just think it's so well acted. And I think this one did get Oscar buzz, maybe even some wins.
Yeah.
Really a fantastic movie. Something I normally wouldn't watch on my own, though.
So I was wrong. There's going to be a lot of crossover here.
I figured there would be.
3 Billboards is my number 3 movie.
Did you think I was going to be like Black Dynamite? Fucking Silence of the Hams, fucking Dragnet.
No, but but I did. We did watch a lot of really, really good movies this year. I didn't think we'd settle on the same 5.
Yeah.
But no, 3 Billboards is a fantastic film. Woody Harrelson's performing his death in that movie wrecked me. And just it's so well made and so well acted that it's Frances McDermott's McDormand. Wait, what is her name? McDormand.
Yep,
McDermott. Her performance is just on another level, but it's equaled by Sam Rockwell's performance and Woody Harrelson's performance. And it's so it's crazy that again another film where I didn't think it stuck the ending.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I just didn't. I didn't enjoy her Francis and Sam riding off in the car together to take out this dude that they settled on was the
who was
perpetrator of
I felt was actually probably innocent.
Right. But it's everything that happened during the movie, and just kind of the story that it tells about grief and revenge, and small town politics, and it just it has so much to say, and it does it in such a great way that I really loved it. I still regard it as one of my favorite films of the past 10 years. Number 3 for me.
Yeah. And now my last 3 all stuck the landing, so you don't have to worry about that. So my number 3 pick is Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Top Gun Maverick. Just so intense, so thrilling, so much fun. I love Miles Teller in it. I think they did a great job casting him as Baby Goose, and I love the flight stuff. I love Tom Cruise movies, especially this late era Tom Cruise stuff we're getting is so good with him taking, you know, action cinema so seriously, like with his Mission Impossible franchise. But then he comes out with them actually flying on these planes. The shots from inside the planes are so great. It's just it's so thrilling. It's better than the original. It's better.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, well said. But like a showcase of how many good movies we watched this year, that didn't even make my top five. But I absolutely agree. I think any other year it would probably be. Well, no, but I mean it's a popcorn flick that carries a lot of weight and carries a lot of emotion, and performances are awesome. Any other year, I think that'd probably be my number one or two. But my number two film this year.
Couldn't pick?
No, I'm deciding. I told you that I was probably going to make some of these choices live. It's going to be Bullet Train.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that movie. And I went into it not expecting like I knew it was going to be action packed and all this. And I told you before we watched it that
you don't like
those right. Those type of movies aren't my thing. Even though they can all be really well done, it's just the way it's shot and the vibrant colors and just all this, kind of over the topness of the action, just isn't my thing. But the performances here are what solidified it for me. The brothers, I'm putting brothers in quotes. Michael. Oh no. What's the guy's name? He played Kick-Ass. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy I always call Paperboy just because of his role on Atlanta, because I can't. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. Those characters made the movie for me. The emotional weight when when one of them dies, and I mean it was so good, and it's their movie, right? It's their movie. It's Brad Pitt's movie, but it becomes their movie.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite films this year, and I'm really glad that you picked it, because I probably would not have given it the time of day otherwise.
Now, for me, my number two is The Substance. I did say we'd see it again because all the reasons you said. It's gross, it's kind of sexy, but it's also gross, and it looks incredible. Like, this is a really wonderful looking movie. It is stylized in a way. They're like shots that really remind me of Kubrick, specifically The Shining. Like when that early scene in the bathroom, that bathroom looks like it was pulled right out of Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, as does the hallway leading into the bathroom. Like Demi Moore smashes this so good. I love the ending. It is insane. I am here for a movie just saying fuck it and throwing everything at the wall. So
yeah, it's a batshit ending.
I love it. Loved it.
Yeah. It crazy. And the final shot where I think somebody steps on her face on her star of Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, I mean, it's just so poetic, and middle finger to Hollywood. Perfect. Perfect. But
my number one movie has not been brought up by you yet, and I'm a little concerned that it's about to be. Not that I would be upset if you did pick it, but because I know how much you loved Black Dynamite. Oh, you still don't know your number one?
No, I don't. I have three. That I'm trying to pick between. That would be my favorite movies in any other year. The Dark Knight.
Okay.
I mean, Tale as Old as Time. It's an all-time it's an all-time great film. All-time great performance, an iconic performance, a performance we'll never get again. It's an almost, it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes or whatever, but it feels brisk. It's nonstop. It's got a lot to say about a lot of things, but it never really harps on any one of them.
Where's the drugs? That's the first one.
It's such an all-time great film that it can't be anywhere other than number one for me.
What were the other two movies?
Argo and Good Will Hunting.
Neither of which.
And Training Day.
None of them are my number one film. I'm really surprised.
Okay, I'm interested. I am highly interested.
So my new favorite actor, based on this year, might just have to be Miles Teller, starring across J.K. Simmons in Whiplash.
Is it Whiplash?
I fucking love
really?
Whiplash.
Okay,
like, that's a movie that everyone said was amazing, and then I was like, I don't want to watch some damn drum movie. And I think you picked this one.
I did,
and blew my balls off real early in the year, and I was just like, I don't know that it will get better than this, and I don't think it did. Whiplash is it's incredible, and the ending is one of the best I've seen. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna watch it right now. It's
I did love that movie.
Yeah.
I did. Man, J.K. Simmons' performance is so good, but Miles Teller is also very unlikable in the film, and so it's like,
it kind of reminded me of a less dark Apt Pupil. I don't know if you've ever seen.
I haven't seen it. Right? No, I haven't seen it.
But yeah,
with what's his face, the old guy.
Oh yeah, Ian McKellen and Brad Renfro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. No. I fully support that. We'll watch
after the wreck. It's like, okay.
I fully support that number one choice, is because it is a great movie. Man, we watched a lot of great ones. I named off 4.
Yeah.
That you didn't even have in your top 5. No. So it's like, bravo to us. Bravo to us for
despite the pain we went through with this theme. We got it done.
We watched a lot of bangers, filtered in with a little bit of bullshit here and there, but largely, I think our most successful year, critically successful year, here on the podcast, because we watched a lot of great film.
Weird Science,
and so Weird Science. That was middle of the pack for me. Weird Science.
Fine,
but yeah. So, Jeff, we're going back to monthly themes.
Ooh, here we go.
We're drafting movies based around themes again. Who would have thought?
You're gonna be so pissed. But let's get going.
Hey, so
we're back, baby. Oh,
so man. I watched. I want to kick this off with asking if you'll allow me to pick first.
Of course.
Okay. So I watched a film the other week that had trains in it, and I texted you and I said, "Hey, I just watched a movie that fucking made me feel all the things," and I said, I want you to feel these things too. And so we're gonna draft movies based around trains. That's the theme. And I think we have some that can be good. But
you sure about that? I am so excited for what I'm about to do. But go ahead. Oh.
But I'm going to start us off right.
Please.
Right. We're going to start the year off with a bang. New Year's Day.
Oh.
We're going to watch the movie. It's on Netflix right now. It's a Netflix produced film, so they threw money behind it. It's going to get a Best Picture Oscar nomination this year. But it's called Train Dreams, and it stars Joel Edgerton. And it is a fantastic movie that I was not expecting. A little made movie that is, it wrecked me. Like I say, like tears coming down my face wrecked me. Is because it's just so good, and I want you to experience what I experienced, or at least have the chance to experience that. And I don't think you'd ever watch this movie without this podcast. So,
almost certainly not. William H. Macy's in it. Okay.
Yeah, William H. Macy. It's great. It's great. His performance. He's in the movie all of like maybe 5 minutes, but his performance. It's getting an Oscar, but he might be Oscar nominated for a 5-minute performance. That's how good he is. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna start off with Train Dreams.
Okay. I'm gonna save the real shit show for later.
Okay.
Just really build up to it. I'm so fucking pumped. But here's a movie I think I hadn't seen or heard of this, but I think years ago you had brought it up, and I looked it up and was like, oh, that does look like something I would watch. So I think you've seen this, but I haven't. And you know I love a good horror movie.
Oh, is it the Midnight Meat Train?
It is the Midnight Meat Train. We're going to watch it with Bradley Cooper and Vinnie Jones.
Yes. Midnight Meat Train.
It looks fucking awesome. So I'm very excited about this one. Yeah, you had brought it up, and ever since then I'm like, I got to get to that, and I just never got the chance. So now I will.
I'm excited because I've actually never seen this movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it, and so kudos.
And it's also brilliantly titled. You got to watch the Midnight Meat Train, which could be a great horror movie or possible gay porn, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Still got to watch it. All right. For the third week in January, which I believe January has only. Oh, we're at a 5 Thursday month.
Oh, we got to pick another one. Okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So third week of the month, we're going to watch from 2009, I believe, the remake of Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Interesting. Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it or the original.
With Denzel and John Travolta. John Travolta, I remember. I've seen it, but it's been a long time. John Travolta gives a pretty good bad guy performance here.
It is hard to get upset about a Denzel movie. So, we'll do it.
All right.
So let me fuck up 1 week. Like I when I was looking for it, I was looking at train movies, and I said, oh, that yeah, we can find. I've never seen that. I could watch it, and I picked it and I put it on my short list. And then I realized, no, I was thinking of a different movie. And then I was like, well, I can't find any other train movies I want to watch. So let me know if you've heard of any of these people. AJ Casto.
Nope.
Giovanni Bajarno.
Nope.
Yeah. You haven't heard of any of these people. Directed by Peter Mervis.
Nope.
I thought I was going to pick Snakes on a Plane, but then I remembered we're doing Train Month. So instead we're going to watch Snakes on a Train.
Oh, God.
Direct-to-video film. Runs for an hour and a half. Because we need bottoms. We need bottoms. And this, I got to have fun. And this is fun for me. To be just, what? Who finds this crap? Me.
You.
That's my deal. So we're going to watch Snakes on a Train. Woo! All right, so we need a fifth Train movie.
Yeah. We could go... have we done Snowpiercer?
Nope. We could do 310 to Yuma. Although those are kind of train movies, but not like some of this train movie list is just way off. Like that's not a train.
Have we done Train to Busan?
I love Train to Busan, but we have not done it. But I'd be willing to watch it again.
Well, it just depends. What kind of movie we want.
Well,
we could do another Denzel train movie.
Unstoppable. Or we could watch the Hitchcock classic North by Northwest. It's a fantastic film.
And you've seen 3:10 to Yuma, right?
Yeah, I love 3:10 to Yuma. Very good.
Okay.
I'm scrolling through. Let's see what we got. Lady Vanishes from Hitchcock, which you've seen.
How about Trans-Siberian from 2008?
What is that?
Woody Harrelson, Emily Mortimer play Christian missionaries traveling from China to Moscow, whose journey starts to go south when they meet some strange passengers on a train.
What kind of movie is it?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Well, does it say what's it called?
Trans-Siberian. Let's see. It says it is a psychological thriller.
Yeah, let's do that. What's it?
All right, Trans-Siberian.
What's the ranking? That's got a good Metacritic thing. Yeah. Trans-Siberian, week 5. Got Ben Kingsley, Kate Mara. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Join us next week as we begin our back to what we do best is pick draft movies based on a monthly theme. Yes. Where we're starting it up again January 2026 with the theme of trains.
Here's what I'm going to pitch this year. So I'm going to say that you came up with this year's theme.
Okay.
Why don't we take turns picking themes?
Okay.
I get no input into the theme for March, but for February, I'm going to come up with a theme, and you got to stick to it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do that.
That's a good little wrench you threw into there, and
just a little twist.
Yeah, a little twist that hopefully yields good results. But even if it doesn't, we give it a try.
Snakes on the train.
Join us next week as we watch Train Dreams, which is streaming on Netflix. And if you want to hit the follow button when it pops up, if you're watching here on YouTube, you can give us a follow and or a subscribe, whatever. You'd be doing us a favor. And if you want to follow the podcast on your favorite social media platforms, we're at Movie Draft House. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So give us a like, follow, subscribe. Jeff, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet. My other podcast is called Chronologically. You can find it, I would say, everywhere you're listening to this, unless you're watching on YouTube, because we're not on YouTube, because we don't know how to use computers.
All right. Jeff, any last words?
Welcome to the Rock. That works, right? No? Terrible.